Why should I buy a home? Home prices are down 30%.
Yeah. Where is it in relation to history? The lowest ever. Do I need to say that 10 times to you? It's the lowest ever. Homes are the most affordable in the United States that they've ever been in the history of recorded time. It is, and again, just give you perspective, look at the ride up in the United States all the way to 7.1, and then look where we exist today. The question would be, again, going forward, what do you think is going to happen next year? We're going to repeat some of these things as we continue to peel back layers of this information. But honestly, the challenge here about projecting next year is what's going to happen with foreclosures. And there is a belief that we have begun to see a bottom. You're clearly seeing it over the last 4 years. There's every expectation that in the United States, we are somewhere around the bottom. This is interesting. If you look at Q3, getting perspective of 2010, the only thing you need to understand here is that everybody had a decrease. If you look at Q3 in 2011, look what happened. All states had an increase. So here's the thing you need to understand, and this is the absolute comment you can tell every buyer and seller on the planet. There is a line. When you get above it, what's going to happen at some point in history? What? Yeah, you're going to go below it. There will be a time. There has to be a course correction. There has to be. There's no debate about this. There's no discussion about it. There has to be. Now look where you are today. So if someone said, would this be a good time to buy? Ignore anything else you know about real estate pricing or about the economy. If you looked at that number, would you say this is a good time to buy? And the answer would be, well, absolutely. If all the other reasons for you to buy are there from a pricing standpoint. Now remember, you can't predict the market. And we wrote about this in The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. You can't predict it. You know, you can't time it perfectly where you're always, you know, making the right decisions at the peak and the right decisions at the bottom. You can't do it. If you think you can, you're delusional. Okay? Yeah. If you did it, good luck for you. Okay? So the point is that what you're trying to do is live somewhere where you're not getting caught. Recognize you're already there. If someone said, well, prices could go lower, well, do you think they're going to go lower by 10% or 20%?
The odds of that, I think we ran the stats based on the last 10 years. It's like a 5% chance that it could drop if you just went purely statistical.
So there's your vision statement. The odds are you're there. The odds are you're there. Could go a little lower nationally, but we're not talking much here. Look at your 6.2 months of supply in December, that note there. Historical average is 5.9 months of supply, which tells us that there is an expectation that again, here's a visual statement to you. There's an expectation that 8.3 is going to drop lower. Mm-hmm. All indication says that it's going to drop lower. Yeah. So what's interesting again is the 30-year fixed rate is where?
Today it's at 3.87.
And where does that stand in relation to history?
Never seen it before.
You've never seen it below that. They don't know. Now, they don't realize that if you're going to borrow money in the United States, well, even in Canada for that matter, we'll talk about that in a second, but in the United States, clearly, this is it. This is it. If money is a driver for why you should buy, this is it. The odd thing is, now when we get over to the NAR statistics, what are we going to find out? People are out of touch. Yeah. They're not connected to it whatsoever. Put it in perspective. And we do this every year. Again, this is very important for you to show someone, look at what's going on. The thing that should pop out at you is the last line down there, and that is the monthly payment. From 1989 to 2011, that's the only difference? Are you not stunned by that? Do people not understand that? Oh, this is fun. You want to speak to this? We had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, it's great. We got the research team to actually look at the actual cost of building a house over the years to see in terms of inflation, not coffee, you know, the nails, the concrete, the wood that it takes to build a house. Yeah. And what's really interesting is from 2004 to today, it's actually gone down by 4%.
Well, you can see it from 192 in 04 to 184. This is the cost of construction put out by the National Home Builders Association. Right. So here's where we get to then the last number that we consider when we look at the numbers that drive our industry, and that's the one that matters most, and that's affordability. Everything adds up to this issue here, and that is it affordable? Well, where does it sit? Look at the stats. What does it tell you? Where is it in relation to history? The lowest ever. Do I need to say that 10 times to you? It's the lowest ever. Homes are the most affordable in the United States that they've ever been in the history of recorded time. Now, folks, I can't stand up here and give you better news than that.
Yeah.
Right? I can't, there's, well, I didn't cause it, but thanks.